the 49ers just won't stop talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. The latest guy to do it is Deebo Samuel. He was on a podcast with Brandon Marshall and someone else and was asked again about the comment that the Niners were going to expose the Eagles defense. That was Brandon Ayuk's comment. And Deebo says, yeah, we were going to expose it. And Brandon's like, what are you talking? Brandon Marshall's like, how? Well, he says, look, that defensive line makes that secondary look way better than it is. And this is what Deebo said. He said he has respect for Darius Slay, but James Bradberry, the other starting corner for the Eagles, is trash. Called him trash. That's a direct quote. I don't understand why you would say something like that. I mean, it's a fun quote. It adds intrigue to the rivalry, but they beat you by 24 points, 31-7. I've never heard a team have more to say after losing by 24 points. I mean, if you think James Bradberry is trash, what does that make you? What does it make everyone? I don't think anyone on the 49ers are in position to call anyone on the Eagles trash until they beat the Eagles. They're going to face the Eagles next season. Why don't you just prove it? Whatever you saw on film with James Bradberry, prove it next year. Here's the problem, though. Deebo said himself that Eagles defensive line makes the Eagles secondary look better than it is. And so that's the truth. And so the Niners, Deebo, Kyle took all of that and decided they were going to expose that secondary because it's not the truth. Well, you know what is the truth? The Eagles pass rush. It's one of the greatest pass rushes in NFL history. It's 78 sacks, I believe they're up to. So that's something you're not going to expose. And to expose James Bradberry, you would have to actually block the best pass rush in the league and one of the best pass rushes of all time. And the Niners couldn't do it. Oh, wow. Tyler Kroft couldn't block Hassan Reddick. Oh, so, I guess they didn't get to expose James Bradberry. Maybe next year. It's just such a weird thing to say that it's clear that the Niners' number one goal was to expose James Bradberry. And since they couldn't do it because they couldn't block the Eagles' pass rush, they spent the last 2 weeks talking about how they were going to expose James Bradberry and that he's trash. Who cares? Why is James Bradberry on the Niners' mind? He's not even going to be on the Eagles team next year. When you face the Eagles next year, they're going to have another corner opposite Darius Slay. You missed your opportunity to expose James Bradberry. Why don't you just use this frustration? Stop talking about it. Use the frustration to fuel you to go, 16-1 next year? Why don't you do that? Be the number one seed and prove it next year, especially when you go to Philly and face the Eagles.